and welcome aboard the incredible Hurricane SunDeck 187 IO. This is one of the most popular inboard deck boats on the water, and it's gotten a nice facelift for 2014. Let's take a look. Let's start on the bow of the 187 IO. As you can see, this boat is actually set up with a fishing package, which includes this pedestal fishing chair. There's a receiver for it in the deck. Of course, it's removable. You can also fold this chair down when you're running from one spot to the other. There's a locking mechanism on it. Plus, if you're going to be leaving your boat overnight, go ahead and fold that seat down. Your seat's not going to be wet in the morning with the dew, so you just pull that right back up. Of course, it swivels completely around if you're up here on the bow fishing. One other thing, you can see the amazing amount of space. Like all Hurricane deck boats, this is an 8-foot 6-inch beam. So you can see there's a very, very large forward platform. We've got an anchor locker with those molded in notch sides. That's so handy because it doesn't chafe the rope when you're at anchor, especially if you find a nice fishing hole or something like that. Drop that anchor and you're gonna have a nice spot to pull everything, all of your gear back in when you're ready to move on. We've got this telescoping boarding ladder, also folds down in the water, makes it easy to access the boat either from the forward or the rear area. That hinged flap that folds down, that's going to go flush with the deck, and it's also coated with that non-skid surface, so you're going to be able to just walk around up here. That's great if you're going to be fishing as well, because if you're sitting in the chair and you get a fish on, you're not going to want to be sitting there. You're going to be moving around up here, and the fewer obstacles that you have to want to trip over, the better. Get all those out of the way, and the Hurricane does that in a very, very nice way. We've also got some molded cup holders up here, stainless steel grab rails, and we can step down into the cockpit. This is a step, of course. It's going to have the non-skid on it, but that flips up, and that's actually an aerated live well. So you can see how convenient it is to the fishing pedestal and just the overall fishing area on the forward part of this boat. Just take a look at how much room we have on this 187. Again, that full beam brought all the way forward on this boat really maximizes the amount of folks you can bring along, and the amount of comfort they're going to have when you're underway. Two new upgrades for the 187 for 2014. You can see we've got this beautiful yellow upholstery that we'll take a look at the hull of this boat in a second. But like all Hurricanes, every square inch of this boat has been maximized for maximum storage. We've got a beautifully finished storage area here. That's new for 2014 with that self-draining area. So really any of those life jackets or anything that you're going to bring along the course of the day, if you take them off and they're wet, they're not, they're just going to drain right overboard. So it's a really, really nice feature, particularly easy to clean as well. Also take a look, whereas before there was an angled backrest, which is very comfortable, this year they've also added this upholstered headrest. It's going to give you that little extra space for your head, that little extra padding, which includes, of course, that beautiful yellow upholstery touch. You know, this is a SunDeck model and not a SunDeck Sport because it's got the full wraparound windshield. The SunDeck Sport, of course, is going to have a windscreen right at the helm, but with the SunDeck you get that extra protection, that wraparound windshield that flips open when you're need a little extra breeze into the cockpit there, but you can really shut that, keep a lot of the wind out on cold mornings, or if you're bringing the kids home later in the evening if they've been wakeboarding all day. This is a really wide opening. That's something you're going to notice. Very easy to pass through this boat from the bow seating area all the way to the aft part of the boat. We've got this snap-in carpet. You can see that the carpet comes in different pieces, so you can actually snap those and take them out to clean them as you need to without having to really handle one giant piece of carpet. It's very convenient to have all these smaller pieces. Taking a look at the in-floor locker here, an enormous amount of storage. You got that hydraulic assist lift there. but that's all self-draining, of course. Any water sports gear that you're going to bring along for the day, it's a nice deep and wide locker. Really be able to get all the stuff, because this boat is really rated to hold up to 10 passengers. So you're going to need towels and life jackets and water sports gear for everybody. So this is a really convenient feature. Of course, it just closes out of the way and you'd never know it was there. Again, continuing with that storage in every area, just beautiful storage underneath both sides of the boat here, underneath the fiberglass enclosures. Under the helm, another great spot. This is a great spot to put a cooler, as you can see. Typically when you're out in the water, especially if you've got 10 folks coming along with you, you're going to have the cooler underfoot. It's always nice to have a dedicated spot to keep it so you always know where it is. Of course, that also keeps it out of the sun, so it's not going to melt that ice quite as fast. Take a look at the helm now on the 187. As you can see, bright, big gauges. These are extremely easy to read, even when that sun's beating down on them when you're out on the water. We've got an optional Garmin chart plotter here. Every year it seems like the navigation electronic charts get so much better, especially if you're going to use this boat for fishing. It's just going to really help you get to where you want to be, make sure you get back safely, and mark all those spots that are where the fish are really biting. Cup holder for the captain here. I love these oversized toggle switches as well. Everything's just very, very well laid out. Adjustable steering wheel. This is a really nice steering wheel for this year. Help the captain get situated, you know, be able to see clearly, just get comfortable when you're behind the wheel. That's so important. And you'll notice that in addition to swiveling and moving back and forward and back, this captain's chair has also got this open back, and that's going to help you keep cool when that sun's beating down on you during the summer. Just kind of give you a little more ventilation when you're piloting the boat. Let's take a look at the port side seating area. As you can see, there's a huge cockpit lounge here, that beautiful upholstery touch. The piping, it's just very, very well laid out. We've got a stainless steel grab rail here, a couple of cup holders for everybody who's going to be up here talking to the captain while you're underway. And also a really convenient self-draining cooler. Fill that with drinks and ice, close it up, and you will be on your way. Never have to go around and empty the ice bucket, for instance, because it just drains right overboard. Again, that beautiful touch with the headrest molded right into the backrest there. That nice soft touch vinyl. It's just so comfortable back here. More finished storage under all of this lounge. That backrest is just so nicely angled and curved around there. We've got another cup holder. And take a look at the bimini. A lot of the times you'll see a bimini when it's set up for when it's underway. It's going to be more up and down. This adds to a really nice sleek look. You can see that it folds backwards, kind of a raked angle there. And that strong stainless tubing to hold that bimini in place when you do deploy it. And one thing I wanted to point out is that the protective boot for the canopy this year moving forward is the exact same material as the bimini top itself. So they're going to wear the same, they're going to be maintained the same way, and they're going to look exactly the same when you're trailering your boat, or you don't need it when you're not underway. New on this boat for this year is this beautiful sun pad. We'll show you the engine access in a second, but that's just a nice added feature when you're out floating around like we are now. Just be able to lay back, catch some rays, take a little nap. It's just a wonderful, wonderful relaxing spot. As you can see, moving back to the swim platform here, we've got the molded steps like you would expect, covered over in that diamond non-skid pattern. Those steps have an integrated light in there as well, so even if you're boating after hours, you're going to have a nice safe passageway from the front of the boat to the back. We're back on the swim platform of the 187. This is a full molded swim platform. It runs the full beam of the boat. So just like that forward deck, you're going to get so much more extra space back here. This boat's configured with an optional freshwater washdown. When you pull yourself in off of that ladder, which we'll look at in a second, you'll be able to just clean off a little bit. This freshwater system, just wash down and then slide that back in there. So much nicer to be able to get the lake water off after you've been swimming, particularly been swimming for a while. If you get in with muddy or sandy feet, it's a great way to just rinse them right off. Just like on the forward part of this boat, we've got a telescoping boarding ladder with that non-skid surface. And when you pull that closed, pull yourself in out of the boat, that's going to fold flush. Again, that really just keeps a nice flush level deck back here. On the other side of the sun pad, we've also got a yet another self-draining cooler because it's integrated into the rear deck here. We've also got one of these fold flat lids. This is actually a tub that you can actually lift out if needed, if you want to load drinks and whatnot on deck and then bring it back over here. So really allows for a lot of convenience. And if you're back here swimming or watching the kids play in the water, that's going to give you quick access to a beverage there. We looked at that oversized sun pad on the rear of the 187 before. Well, one of the great things about that is in building the box, the engine box, to accommodate the sun pad, they were able to make it a little bigger. So it lifts up easily, and you've got plenty of room around the entire engine. It's a MerCruiser 4.3 MPI, plenty of room to do routine maintenance around there and great access to the battery as well. Got a really handy ski tow eye here. As you can see, it's cleverly tucked out of the way, that beautiful stainless steel. It's going to allow you to pull tubers and wakeboarders and water skiers with no problem. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look at the incredible Hurricane SunDeck 187 IO. Again, it's one of the most popular IO deck boats ever designed. Great upgrades for 2014. Till next time, this is Captain Steve.